Here we are. Joining us from Gazillion Entertainment is designer Anthony Gallegos.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Now you work on a game called Marvel Heroes.
Yep.
Which is what is it about?
It's an action RPG.
It's very nice to meet you, by the way.
Yeah, it's very nice to meet you guys.
I've admired your work from afar for years.
It's an action RPG in the style of games like Diablo and Torchlight, and but it's it's a big, massive online game that you can play with your friends, and you get to play as your favorite Marvel characters. That's kind of the big hooks that we've had.
Right on. And you guys have been doing this for a few years, right? This
it has. We work and we started a trend of doing an annual rebrand where we launch a bunch of new features because the game was notably rough when it released, and it wasn't where the team wanted it to be. And so they sort of doubled down, and for the 2015 release, got it going. And now we're doing our 2016 release.
So, show us around a little bit. Let's take a look at what you got dealing with here. You're running around. You're looking as one of the Mortal Kombat ninjas.
I'm currently playing as Deadpool in his Zenpool skin, which is a new skin that we're putting out.
So you do some deep cut stuff here.
We do. If we look at we have, for a lot of our characters, we go to one time he was in the X-Men, and we take that costume, or one time he was portrayed as a cowboy, so we'll do that. Or there was a lady Deadpool.
Yeah.
Or, now, are these costumes cosmetic, or do they have?
They're cosmetic. In some cases, like Lady Deadpool and stuff, they'll actually have full new voice work and stuff like that. It just depends on the character and what makes sense.
And now this is a free to play model.
Yep, free to play. You can officially get all the way through 2 characters in our game. Pretty much, you play for come play our game for 2 days, and you'll get 2 characters of pretty much your choice that you can play all the way through our content.
Okay.
You'll never have to pay.
Can we? I guess we should play as Deadpool. You're playing as Zenpool. You're really into Zenpool, huh?
I'm playing Zenpool, yeah, just because he's one of our new skins. I'm playing in Chapter 10, which is some of our new content, which is
look at these bad dogs.
Secret Invasions. These are Skrulls. They're bad guys who come and aliens from another world. I believe the world's called Skrullos. And they their whole goal is that they try and invade and become I guess they dress up like superheroes. That's the thing. So if I were to here, I can actually probably show you an example of that. There's
Deadpool can teleport, of course.
Well, Deadpool. Okay, so that's the thing for Deadpool. We really tried. Every character we've had, Deadpool's been out since launch, but we've really tried to blow out them as we redo them. And Deadpool just got his full redo. So Deadpool's kind of a silly character. So to show that, yes, Deadpool has something like a teleport, but that's not really particularly silly. We also have a lot of new things where he can shoot a gigantic cannon. Deadpool can throw caltrops. He can shoot a big stuffed Hulk hand.
Oh yeah, look at that. He's got Hulk hands as a Green Arrow launcher.
He can shoot a dumb little dummy of himself that then turns into a bomb that guys will attack because it taunts them.
So how many different Marvel characters are in this game now?
We have over 50 characers.
That's pretty good. And they've all got a bunch of different skins.
This is our roster. I can see.
Who do you got? Let's take a look at this. I want to see this. You got So you got Blade. You got Blade?
We got Blade. Yeah, that's one of the characters I worked at. We have Ant-Man.
You got Colossus when he's in the Brotherhood of Mutants. He's being a bad boy.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Whatever costume I have for him is what it shows currently. So let's see. Invisible Woman, Iron Man, who's in his, I believe that's his Guardians of the Galaxy's outfit.
How many Iron Man costumes do you have?
Okay. Well, if you want to see.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. I want to see all the Iron Mans.
They're called Iron Mans.
Iron Man?
So for Iron Man, we have a lot of costumes. And these are just ones we sell. There's also ones that have been through specific events and stuff like that. We also have some really good movie quality ones, I feel like. And you can even play as the old sort of tanky looking.
Yeah.
Actual Iron Man.
Boy.
He's obviously one of your most popular characters, right?
Correct.
Who is your most requested character right now?
Dazzler.
So some people have asked for Dazzler. Actually, one of the characters that we've had requests for a long time, you can see a little picture of him right here.
Yeah.
That's Black Bolt. He's one of the Inhumans, and so we have him coming out.
Played by Vin Diesel? No one knows.
We have him coming out as part of our advance pack this year, which is where we sell all the characters we're going to be releasing in a year. Which in that case we have Angela, Ultron, Nick Fury, Elektra, and Green Goblin. So we do heroes and villains that we allow people to play as.
Is there a story, or is it what's the?
Yeah, so there's a story. That's the thing for Secret Invasion. We have it previously. Let me bring up my log. So we've had 9 chapters before of our story, and then when you play through Secret Invasion, that's our latest chapter 10 content that we've had. Let me just do a body slide real quick back to our hub zone.
So you did all of these drawings, right?
You draw the artwork?
I work with a lot of really talented artists, guys.
So what do you do in this game exactly?
So you can play through all of our story content, which you see here. Like I said, we're adding a 10th chapter. You can go and we also added, like a lot of our fans, what they like to do is they like to just come in and go to one of our patrol zones, which just constantly spawn enemies, and they can like basically grind loot, do a bunch of quests that pop up as they play, and just like get a ton of experience. Like there's always something to be going for, even on a character that you have.
Are you in New York right now? Where are you?
This is Hightown. This is in the land of, I believe, Madripoor.
Okay, all right, that's cool. Yeah, Madripoor's like Marvel Hong Kong kind of.
Yeah. So also one of the things, I guess I'll show it. You know, this is controller support. So as I pick this up, you'll actually see now that we have. That's one of the things we're launching. So now you can actually do things like view the store, view your character. I suppose I shouldn't just let myself get beat on. And you know, we've been working on, like, controller support's been something that people have asked for a long time.
Right.
And we've been wanting to do it for a long time, but it's just, we wanted to make sure that we did it right. So that's like, it's hard for me even to play because I'm so used to playing with a mouse and keyboard. But,
Sure.
What kind of loot do you have in a game where everyone's got magic powers? Superpowers, sorry, not magic. Except for Doctor Strange, who's got magic powers.
Some of them are magic.
Yeah, I was gonna
Thor's
say.
magic.
I mean, some people get their powers from demons and stuff like that. So.
I like how Juggernaut was just this guy who was in the Korean War and he got lost in a cave and found a ruby.
found that suit, the Sidorak suit. So we do. None of our loot necessarily changes the way you look. Like sometimes it'll have like a visual flare, like a particle system that'll be around you. But for the most part, it's mostly about adding stats and being flavorful. So like some of Deadpool's
Luscious
uniques.
loafers of lasting
Leetness.
Oh, good God.
So, magic satchel of unlimited weaponry. You know, so it's like things that are very like Beta Ray Wade because his name's Wade. So it's like it might be something that maybe you saw once in a comic that we kind of try and flavor towards the character.
Are there any B. Arthur references for Deadpool?
I actually don't know.
Any chimichangas?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's actually voiced by Nolan North, and I'm
nice.
pretty sure Nolan North of Uncharted fame says plenty about chimichangas when you
Good,
voice
yeah.
him.
What other voice actors do you have in this? I mean, you got different characters and stuff.
We've had a lot of people. What's his name? From Walking Dead. Gosh, I'm spacing on his name.
That's his name. It's what's his name from
Come
Walking
on,
Dead.
help me out, Brian. I know he's been on your
Rick?
show.
Rick?
He's been on your show.
Oh, from the Walking Dead game?
Yes.
Dave Fennoy.
Dave Fennoy.
DaveFennoy.com. Head on over to DaveFennoy.com for all of your Dave Fennoy officiated merchandise.
Dave Fennoy, who played Blade in our game. We've had Ashley Johnson, who did Spider-Gwen.
Yeah,
cool.
she's
For us.
also been on the show. She's from The Last of Us. And a bunch of other things.
Spider-Gwen's pretty new, right?
Yeah, Spider-Gwen. Yeah, I think my Spider-Man might actually be skinned as Spider-Gwen.
Huh.
That's the thing. So
But is she her own character or is she a Spider-Man skin?
she's a Spider-Man skin, but she's enhanced skin with all different animations and like.
No, it's not just Spider-Man with
didn't-
boobs.
I mean, we didn't necessarily like. If you already own Spider-Man, did we want to make you have to like earn and unlock or purchase a whole new Spider-Man when they largely do like a lot of the same character like moves? Like there are some characters who are very different. Like, and every person can get a team up in our game too, which is like someone that can fight alongside you. So we just added Agent Venom.
Agent Venom, I'm gonna say this. He is the most like fan fiction ass character.
Why is that?
He is okay. So he is a combination of two of Spider-Man's bullies and the Punisher, basically. He is Flash Thompson, Spider-Man's high school bully, combined with the symbiote, which was basically his super bully, Venom, and then he's got basically Punisher's guns. So he's like, yeah, I want to be the high school quarterback football player, but I also want to be an alien with superpowers, but I also want to have guns. I want to fight in space.
He's
Join
like
the Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's true. He's like Punisher if Punisher could hold 6 guns at once, like he's doing right there.
Now, Anthony, do you guys notice a lot of spikes in gameplay, or at least in fans wanting specific characters leading up to, or right after, or during
Movies and
big
stuff?
movies?
Yeah,
big
of
Marvel
course.
events, I'd say.
And we try, and I say, if people want to come check out our game, we try and tie stuff into that. Like when Ant-Man the movie came out, that's when we released Ant-Man.
How do you do Ant-Man in a game like this? Is he just incredibly tiny?
Well, let me show you.
Yeah.
He's actually the first character that I worked on pretty directly. So Ant-Man's whole thing is, yes, he can get very small. Like when he does moves, he actually, when he does his travel power, he shrinks down and gets pretty small.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And when he punches guys, he'll get small and punch them as a little man. So he can actually be a little hard to see. But one of the things about Ant-Man in the suit is he can grow too, right? So we have the ability to turn into a giant man.
Yeah.
And of course, you can see my little ant swarms out there fighting people.
Oh yeah.
And I can actually turn them into things. So like, I can do an uppercut, and then my ants can turn into a fist.
How do you guys? I imagine a lot of the time is spent balancing this game because everyone's got different powers and different stuff going on.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, we're very active with our community. Like right now, the build that I'm playing is available for anyone to play. and it's our test center build where we have
Those big legs.
where we have a new character. Let me see. Let me just kill these guys real quick before we have to wrap up. Black Cat, who's like a brand new character that we're releasing, and she is an unfinished state, but we allow people to play her so that people can check out all of her abilities, see what she's got going on, and decide, people might tell us like, man, I hate the way it works that she sets up these traps and stuff like that.
So how does it work if they're playing her if they don't own her yet or whatever?
If they play in our test center, they can try it totally for free. Like our test center, not only is it one of the best ways that we get feedback, but it's actually a really great way to try out a character and basically see, like, is that someone I'm interested in? Because in the actual game, you can try out any of our 50 characters up to level 10.
Okay.
But
cool.
If
And everyone's got sort of different play styles too, right?
Yes, yeah,
So
exactly.
you want to find the one that's like right for you. I assume some people will fight from a distance and some people are more close up.
Yeah, I mean, Black Cat's obviously, she's a very close and personal
She gets
fighter.
up in there.
Can you get a squad of pals together and jump in this?
Yeah,
'Cause
we
it
have
is
raids,
all-
just like any other MMO, and we have like high-end content. Like I could be grouped up with someone in this zone, and we'd be working towards objectives together. So
Yeah, you're just showing us off some outfits here.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, Black Cat. Everyone should go check her out. Give us feedback.
Where
check
do
out-
people get this game? How do they get it? It's for. Is it just PC right now?
It's just PC. It is, and there's also a Mac client as well.
Okay, so yeah, Mac and PC.
And so you can find it on Steam, or you can go to marvelheroes.com and download it for free.
And when's the controller support available?
The plan is controller support, Black Cat, all this new Chapter 10 story content, the Deadpool rework, all that's coming tomorrow.
Wow.
Awesome. There it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
quick.
just in time for the Deadpool movie, which comes out in like 3 weeks.
There we go.
Yeah.
Anthony, where else
Right in
can people
time.
find you? What else do you do in the world?
I do a podcast called Comedy Button. Everyone should go check that out.
What's that about?
What's it like? I've never heard of that.
It's a show about nothing. It's about jokes and horses.
That sounds familiar.
Really
If you watch this show and you thought, man, this show is kind of all right, and maybe I wouldn't mind listening to it in a car instead of being depressed. Like, you could listen to that. So
Yeah,
That sounds like a bad show. I don't know why anyone would
It's
listen.
that's a-
actually hilarious.
It's like a nervous breakdown of an elevator pitch.
I do it with a couple of knuckleheads. They're pretty funny.
Well, I hope we
most
get
of
to
the
meet
time.
some of those fellows of yours someday.
Real chuckle skunks.
Thank you so much for coming by,
Thanks
Anthony.
for joining us.